Hi, I'm Marla Riekman. I'm a soil fertility specialist with Manitoba Agriculture, and we're here to talk a bit about best management practices when it comes to crop nutrition and soil fertility. And one of the big things that you always want to keep in mind when you're thinking about soil fertility in general is the 4 R's. So that is using the right rate of fertilizer and using that in the right place at the right time. And with the right source, obviously. And so these sources can be multiple things. It can be synthetic fertilizer, but it can also be manure. So when you're thinking about those sources, choosing a right rate, which is based on an appropriate target, so a yield target that you've chosen based on, the soil capability for your own field and what your soil can actually grow. And then trying to figure out right placement and the right timing. So whenever we are talking about nutrients, for the most part with a lot of nutrients, we want placement that is closer to the seed or under the soil surface. So broadcasting and incorporating soil or fertilizers can be beneficial, it can be helpful, but a lot of times if you're talking about things like phosphorus, like potassium, or anything that ties or binds to the soil, you want to actually band it under the soil surface and limit the exposure that it has to the soil. So timing, in general, when we're talking about fertilizers, we try to get the nutrient to the crop at the time when the crop actually wants to take it up. So if you're talking about something like nitrogen, which has a lot of potential losses, if it just sits around in the soil too long, it can leach or it can denitrify if you have high water table or high water amounts. You want to think about things like being able to get that nitrogen down, maybe not the fall before or essentially too early in the fall before, but closer to when the crop is actually going to take it up. And so being able to get that timing down and using again that right rate, the right source, the time and the place is going to be really beneficial for being able to maximize productivity with nutrients.